Hello friends. So today we will go through some Docker commands. First, I'll explain little more the concept. Okay. Then I'll demonstrate the hands-on Docker command. Okay. So here I have already created the Ubuntu server, which is situated in AWS. Okay, so I have already installed, on the last class also I shown you. Okay, so yeah, let's start. Okay, so what is the Docker object? Okay, so when you create or when you use Docker you are creating and using images, then container, network, volume, plugin, and other objects. Okay, so these objects are related to Docker. Okay, so here in this section we will give some brief overview of some of these objects. Okay, so what is an image? Okay, so image is a read-only template with instruction for creating Docker container. Okay, so always remember, image is the read-only template. Okay, so how we are creating any operating system in the local machine, or in virtualization, how we are installing the operating system, right? So that operating system contains some ISO file, right? When we are downloading from the specific operating system, that is downloading by with the extension of .iso file. Okay, so that .iso file, for example, when we are downloading Ubuntu ISO file, it is the extension of .iso, that is ubuntu.iso something, right? So that ISO file we can't modify. Okay, so that's why that is the read only file which you can't modify, that is read only. Okay, so same way, when we are creating or when we are working with image, so that image is the read only template. Okay, always remember. So here next point is open. An image is based on another image, okay, with some additional customization. Okay, so what I'll say is, for example, when we are creating an image. Okay, so for example, when you are downloading the image, so that command is docker pull then image name. So that image, suppose here I will choose docker pull ubuntu. Okay, so what it will do, it will download the image. Okay, that is docker image as ubuntu. Next step is, when we will from that image, what we will do, we will create the container. Okay, on top of that container we will install Apache or anything. Okay, and then we will combine them and we will create another image from that container. Okay, so that's why we can say this point, like an image is based on another image. Okay, some additional with some additional customization. So what is additional customization? I have installed Apache on top of Ubuntu, right? So that is the additional customization. Okay, so here next point, you might create your own image, or you might only use those created by other and publish in the registry. Okay, so how we are creating the image. Okay, so we are creating the image by using docker file. Okay, or we will use those images which are already in docker registry. So docker registry is nothing but docker hub. Okay, so I'll explain you in later section what is docker hub, how to create your account in docker hub, how to push the docker image to docker hub. Okay, those things. So yeah, next thing is to build your own image. You create a docker file with some simple syntax defining the steps needed to create the image and run it, as I told you. So later section I'll explain. Okay, each instruction in docker file creates a layer of the image. Okay, so these things I'll explain when I'll explain docker file. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for image. Just understand, then when I'll demonstrate on hands-on with some command, you will understand. Okay, next thing, what is containers. Okay, so container is a runnable instance of an image. Okay, so you just imagine something like that ISO file is the image. When you will install that ISO file, or when you will configure your Ubuntu or Windows on your local machine, that time when you when the laptop got started, when you are interactive with the computer, when you are using the browser, other features, that is, you just imagine as container. Okay, so ISO file is not writable. Okay, so the same way image is also not writable, that is read only, but container is a runnable instance, okay, of an image. Now I think you got it, right? Okay, fine. So if you have any doubt, make a comment. Okay, so next thing is you can create, start, stop, move, or delete the container by using Docker API. So okay, there is couple of like a command to start, stop, remove, delete the container. Okay, here those commands are like here all these commands are there. Okay, so one by one I'll show you. Okay, fine. Okay, so here we can connect to a container to one or more network, attach storage. Okay, so all these things I will explain one by one in later section when we will discuss on network, Docker network. I will explain Docker this networking part. When I'll explain Docker volume, the storage parts I will explain you. Okay, all these things I will explain you later, just you go through on it. Okay. Next thing is example of Docker run command. Okay, so what will happen is the following command run on Ubuntu container, attach the interactively to your command line session. Okay, so fine, this I'll explain little later. Okay, in today's tutorial only. Okay, so first we'll do what is, okay, let me go here. Okay, so this, now we'll do the practical. Okay, so this is my system. Okay, let me log in. So now I logged into the system. Let me go to root users. Okay, now I am in root user. So here first command is to see the what all are images inside this system. How to check? So the command is docker images. So see here there is no image found. Okay, next thing is how to how to download the image. Okay, so for that command is docker pull, docker pull, then the image name is, for example, I want to download nginx. So here what will happen, see, now nginx is being downloaded. Okay, so how the nginx is being downloaded? Nginx is being downloaded by layer. Okay, so it is downloading one by one layer. Okay, now you got it. So here what I have given is I just gave the command as nginx. Okay, without having the version. So which version it has downloaded? So it has downloaded the nginx with the latest version. Okay, so this is the thing. So now if I want to see the docker images, so now you can see, right, what is the docker image name. This is the tag, as I told you, right? So this is the latest tag and this is the container ID. So this image is created 2 months ago. Okay, and this nginx image size is 187 MB. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so now so this is the image, how to pull it. Okay, now if I want to delete this image, how to delete? So the command is docker rm, then the image id. Okay, so the image id I just copy, paste it, docker rm, sorry, the command is not docker rm, that is docker rm I stands for image. Okay, okay, it is deleted. Now if you want to see docker images, there is no image. Okay, now next thing is how to create the container. Okay, so if I want to create the container, the command is docker run then -d. D stands for detached mode. Okay, docker run -d, then the image name nginx. Okay, then enter. So what is happening here? Just try to understand. So here on the first line it is showing unable to find the image nginx latest locally. What is the meaning? That means here it is not able to find the nginx, which is we are trying to run. Okay, let me explain in this way. So by this command, what will happen is it will create the container. Okay, so before creating the container, first it should have the image, but here that image is not present. That's why here this line is mentioned, unable to find the image, this nginx latest. Why? Because when we have downloaded that image, it was also not there. So what happened is it downloaded, that time it has downloaded the image, but later I have deleted that image. Okay, that's why here it is showing that this image is not able to unable to find the image, okay, locally. That's why it is downloaded. So now if let me delete it. Okay, let me delete this container. Then what I will do is I'll pull the image, then I'll run the command to create the container. Then I'll show you what is the difference. Okay, so first okay, before that this is already running. So to see the running container, what is the command? Docker ps is the command to see the running container. See, this is the container id, this is the container image name when we have created a minute ago. Okay, what is the status? It is up. Okay, so what is the port? It is giving port number and name also. Here we are not given any name. Okay, when we are creating the container, we have not given the any name. That's why it has taken the random name. So now what I will do, I will delete. So first I will delete this container, but I will get the error. Why? I'll show you. Docker rm, then the container id. Container id is copy, paste it, enter. So here see what error you are getting. As I was already told, error response from daemon. You can't remove a running container. That means our container is running. How you can delete? Okay, so what I need to do, first I need to stop it. So for that, so docker stop, then the command is docker stop, then the container id. It now the container is stopped. Okay, so if I want to see what is the running container, now see there is no running container. So what is the docker command to see what all containers are there, whether that is running or not, or how to see? Okay, so the command is docker ps -aq. It will show the stopped container also. It is stopped. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to delete it. So how to delete it? Docker delete. Okay, docker not delete, docker rm, then the container id. Now it is deleted. Now if I see docker ps, there is nothing. But if I will see docker images, now nginx is there. Why nginx is there? When we when we try to create the container, okay, that time nginx was not there and it has downloaded the nginx. Okay, now what I will do is I will delete this image also. Docker rmi, then the image id, then the image id. This is done. Okay, so now docker images, there is nothing, this is everything is cleared. Now what I will do, docker pull. Okay, now I will download nginx image to my local machine. Okay, my bad luck, I spelling mistake. Docker pull image. Okay, now you see it is downloading, and how it is downloading, it is downloading layer by layer. Okay, so now docker images. Now what is, oh again my bad luck. Okay, now docker image, sorry, nginx image is there. Now if I will run the command to create the container, what will happen? As nginx image is present locally, so what will happen is it will not download again the nginx image. Okay, so if I will show you, see what happened, docker run -d nginx. That means here the docker daemon check whether the nginx image is there or not locally. It found nginx image is there locally, so directly it has created the container. But earlier what was happened, earlier it has checked whether nginx image present locally or not. So docker daemon found nginx image was not found locally, that's why it has pulled the image, then at the end it has created the container. But here, as docker daemon has checked and found nginx image is already there, so it has created the container with the same nginx. Okay, so this is the benefit, of docker. Okay, so next thing, let me okay, now what we'll see, the process of the container. So what is the command? Okay, so docker ps is to see the container. So now docker what is the command to check? I think to check the process, the top command. Okay, docker top, it will show the error. Why? We have not mentioned the container id. Okay, the container id is this. Okay, so this is the process which are taking. Okay, so now what I will do, I will show you the some image command. Okay, one image command is docker tag. Okay, so if I will show docker images, docker images, here this nginx image is created without having tag. Sorry, this image is created with the tag latest, but if I want to give the specific tag, for example docker, then the tag Jagannath DevOps, then nginx, then /version, suppose 1. Okay, so this is the error you are getting. So what is how to give the tag? This is the thing. Okay, this is the syntax. So what is how to give the tag? Docker, then the tag, then the source image is nginx, then the tag. By default the tag has latest, so let me not give the tag. Okay, so now I want to give the tag, my tag, that is Jagannath DevOps. Fine, then the tag is target image, okay, Jagannath image slash nginx, then the version 1. Okay, now if I want to see now the one image is created. Okay, this is the image, and what is the tag is v1. Okay, I think you are getting right. Next, I hope you people are getting. So if you have any doubt, make a comment. Okay, I'll definitely reply. Okay, next thing is so what I will do is now we have already see how to create the container. Now if you want to go inside the container, how to go? Okay, so for example, this is the running container. Okay, let me show you whether running container is there or not. Docker ps. Okay, so this is the container. So if I want to go inside the container, so the command is docker okay. Before that, let me show another command. Okay, first let me delete this container. Sudo first stop it, sudo docker stop, then the container id, it is stopped. Okay, then I'll delete the docker rm docker rm, then the container id, it is deleted. Now okay, let me do one thing. First I'll create the container, I'll go inside the container in the same in one command. Okay, so what is the command? So docker run, then hyphen it. Okay, hyphen it means interactive terminal. Okay, then nginx, for example I'm saying. Okay, nginx, then the bash, in bash shell will go. Okay, now see, earlier we were in the local machine, like in our AWS server. Now if you see, I am inside the container. So if you want to see what is the container OS, okay, so cat / etc os -release os release. See, this is the OS is divine. The this OS name is this one. Okay, and this is the version id, then this is the version, this is actually divine. Okay, Linux 12 machine. Okay, so here it is there. Okay, now I am inside the container. So if I want to exit from the container, how to do? If you type the exit, so what will happen, I'll show you. I have written exit. Okay, now docker ps. See, when you run exit command inside the container, then you definitely will exit from the container, but the problem will be your container will be stopped. That is problem, right? So how to exit? To exit from the running container, let me go inside the container. So here, if you need to do write control p and q. Okay, control plus p plus q. Now I came out from the container. See, now I came out from the container. Okay, let me run whether the ps command, whether the container is running or not. See, docker ps, now the container is running. Got it? How to exit from the running container? Okay, so now if the container is running, how to access from the browser? For example, this container is having nginx. Okay, how to access this nginx from the for example, in this container, the developer has written their code. Okay, they have written their source code, everything, and I want to access it from the browser. So for that, there is one concept, that is port forwarding. Okay, I'll show you how what is port forwarding. Okay, so if you just what you can do here, if you go and search docker port forwarding concept, you will get it. Okay, forward post. Okay, no problem, let me show you. Let me first stop it. Okay, docker rm, then the container id, that will delete. First let me stop it. Okay, container id, paste it. Okay, okay, now the docker container is stopped. Now let me delete it. Okay, docker docker rm, then the container name. Okay, fine. Now docker ps, no docker is container is running, there is no okay, let me delete also. Docker rm, I have deleted. Okay, there is no container. Okay, now so now what we will do is we will create the nginx container and we will do the port forwarding, so that we can access that from the browser it's also. Okay, so for that let me show you once again. Okay, so first the command is docker run -it-d with detach mode -p for port forwarding, and the port which you want to access from the browser. Okay, so this is the port for the local machine. Okay, so this one let me give port 85. Okay, then the colon, then the nginx port is 80. Okay, then the image name. Okay, nginx. Now if I want to see whether the port is listening or not, net start -lntp. Okay, see, now the port 85 is listening. Okay, now if I'll go to browser and I will check, it will throw the error. Why? Because in the security group I have not opened the port 85. Okay, so let me check my public IP. Public IP is this one. If I'll go here, I'll paste it, I'll paste port 85, it will throw the error. So what I need to do, I need to go to security group, and inside the security group I'll open it. Okay, so the custom, and the custom will be 85. Here I'll give anywhere. This is our test environment, that's why. But in real time we will not use the anywhere, we will give the VPN IP. Okay, now I have opened port 85. Let me go in browse. See, now you can access it, right? So this is the port forwarding. Okay. Okay, so that's it for today's class. So on next class we will discuss more command, okay, related to Docker, and also we'll discuss how to create Docker container from Docker file, how to write the Docker file, how to create the image from container, how to push how to push the image from local machine to Docker hub. All these stuffs we'll discuss on next class. Okay, so yep, thank you once again for joining, and please do comment if you have any doubt. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.